Jordan for ScienceFiction.com, live at New York Comic Con 2015. Today we're going to be talking about SyFy Channel's new show, Hunters, based on the book series by Whitley Strieber. We're going to be talking to executive producers Gale and Hurd and Natalie Chaidez, as well as star Britne Oldford. Hurd, I know you've produced some of like the most popular series around for the sci-fi genre. We've got The Walking Dead, and we've got the Terminator series. What would you say drew you to this project?
You know, I loved Whitley Strieber's book, Alien Hunter, and it provided me an opportunities on television to make aliens scary again, to do what science fiction does best, which is provide a deep dive into the allegory of what's going on in the world today and see where we are as humans, the choices that we make, much like the characters in The Walking Dead have to make interesting moral choices. This is very much an allegory for the terrorism that's going on in the world today, and you know, dealing with the other and wondering who we are once that has touched our lives. You know, what do we become when the world is a very changed world, and we find out that aliens exist.
What drew me to the role was, this is kind of my world, like this is my jam. I grew up watching anime and science fiction, like Star Wars was the first live action film I remember seeing as a kid. And so growing up, with comic books and video games and all that, I've always been such a huge fan. And to be able to be a part of that world blows my mind. It's a dream come true.
Hunters is my new series. I ran 12 Monkeys last year, and this is my venture into the world of aliens.
How would you say this differs from some of the other projects you've worked on?
Well, I think the fact that it is about not only, well, there are a lot of similarities as well as differences. Yeah. What I love is that, like in The Walking Dead, we have a great kick-ass female lead played by Britne Oldford.
Of course.
But in this case, she's playing an alien, and you know, and she's really challenged by her identity. You know, she has thrown in with humans. What does that mean, to turn your back on your own people? That's really not something that I've dealt with before, so I'm excited to explore that.
My character's name is Allison Regan, and she works at the ETU, which is the Exo-Terrorism Unit, which is a highly classified joint task force, which is super cool. And she's one of the most valuable operatives at the agency because she herself is a hunter, which is a human form hunter. Obviously, I look quite human and super cute. And she, throughout the series, her arc is really just trying to figure out how she can manage her hunterness, her urges, and embrace that, and kind of realize that she can be what she truly wants to be, and that's just simply a human.
How close would you say the TV show is going to be based to the book?
It's completely a jumping off point.
Completely jump off point.
You know, the show is an allegory for terrorism and the world of the unseen and the world of the unknown, and I think it's a relevant show about what the perils of terrorism and what we become when fighting them.
So would you say it's more of a character piece?
You know, it has got kick-ass action, fantastic special effects. It's a hybrid of science fiction with a little horror thrown in. You know, so it's challenging to bring to life, but that's why we have a fantastic prosthetic effects. The guru of Australia, Justin Dix.
The prosthetics are absolutely incredible. Justin Dix, who is actually here, is a mastermind. He's a complete genius, and I've been fortunate enough to have a few made in that process, because I'm a huge fan of sci-fi, and Face Off is one of my favorite shows. So that's been really incredible. Yeah, and they're all stunning.
So would you say the show has a lot more prosthetics than it would CG?
Oh, a lot more.
A lot more?
I mean, you know, that's worked so well for us in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, most of our walkers are the creations of Greg Nicotero and the people at KNB. Yeah. And Justin, you know, is doing it not only old school, but we actually have our own 3D printers.
That's fantastic.
In the office. So he designs, one of his team codes it. And you know, it's sort of like you put something in the slow cooker, and the next day you have, you know, an alien skull, or you have a gun. So it's terrific, and it's something that, you know, people can also do at home now.
Perfect.
It's an interesting twist and take on real world issues that are happening today that we can all relate to.
My goal is to make aliens scary again.
Which is awesome.
Thank you. I think they've been a little neutered, so time to make them scary. And I have the perfect partners with Gale and Hurd and adapting a book from Whitley Strieber.
It's a kick-ass show that makes aliens scary again.